My name is Charles Griffiths. I represent Cocoa Recycling Center. Welcome.
So this is where they're unloading, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they're unloading from the car and they're loading into the area here. And you said this is the problem that the county commissioners were, or that the code enforcement was saying, is that you can't do this.
Load outside of a building. They're saying that we cannot take the stuff out of that vehicle and bring it inside the building, weigh it and store it. They're saying that if you don't bring that vehicle inside the building, it's illegal.
Okay, and so how does that relate to something like Walmart where they unload?
Well, that's what I don't understand is if I cannot take something out of the back of this vehicle and bring it inside my business and weigh it and store it until it's time to unload, then why does Walmart, Winn-Dixie, 7-Eleven, school board, county school board, all of them get away with it? Is there a specific law or ordinance that says recycling centers cannot do it? If so, then I haven't seen it. I have asked the commission and the code enforcement to show me an ordinance or a law that says I cannot do this. Yet I am violated for it. Yet I am now having an injunction put against me to shut my business down because I do it. Yet all the other organizations and everybody else in BU2 zoning still unloads and loads outside of a building.
Okay, so did you ask the county commissioners whether or not you could unload and load in this manner?
Yes, we went in front of the board of commissioners, and during the commission meeting, 2 lawyers stood up and they confirmed that we could load and unload outside of a building. It was, both of the lawyers said there was no law against it as long as we did it expediently. And that's what we do. So does 7-Eleven, Walmart, and everybody else. They don't set stuff outside the building to store it. They bring it inside and do whatever they need to do inside. We do the same thing. We bring it inside and store it. We pretty much won that. The last meeting we went to, Commissioner Nelson sat right there and said we were still in violation of loading and unloading outside of a building, and that was our biggest violation, and that he would vote against us for an injunction to shut us down because of that reason alone.
And how did he say that you had to correct?
By building a building to actually drive your vehicle inside to unload and load. And I feel that if I have to build a building to bring vehicles inside to unload or load, then why doesn't the county school board, Walmart, 7-Eleven, and any other BU2 zone piece of property that now unloads outside, why don't they have to? I mean, it's as simple as that. If I have to do it, then why don't everybody have to do it? Why is it just pinpointed on me and the recycling centers? Okay?
You're looking for fair and equal justice.
That's right. Just like Greg O'Leary was looking for fair and equal justice because he's big and he has to pay taxes and everything, and he wants a fair advantage over us because we can pay more for our coppers. Well, I want a fair advantage too. I mean, why do we have to be shut down because we cannot load outside or unload outside of a building? That don't make sense. I've ever offered to bring my vehicles, my customers, up to my garage door just like Walmart does, and actually bring them inside to where we unload inside and out, and they still say that's not acceptable, that I have to build a $200,000 or $300,000 building to actually work inside a building. And it don't seem reasonable to me.
And do you know what the process to build a building like that would entail? Would that
Yes, I do. Lots and lots of money. I mean, if you ain't got the money, you can forget it. I mean, according to Greg O'Leary, he spent $750,000 to build one because code enforcement told him to. That he had to build it to load and unload. Personally, if you would have listened to the commissioners, 2 of them especially, he didn't have to build that building. They both said, Commissioner Impatini and Commissioner Anderson both told him that they wasn't on the bandwagon when that went down, and he did not have to build a building to load and unload inside of. He did it because the code enforcement, Bolin, who was the head of code enforcement, told him he had to. And of course now he plays it off as, well, it's the right thing to do. Well, maybe if you've got the kind of money he's got, it might be the right thing to do. But for a small business, even though he says I've been in business for 15 years, actually 19 years, if you want to know the truth, I'm not ambitious as he is. I don't care that we don't make $1 million every year. I'm just a small family outfit. I'm very comfortable. I'm not starving. I just want to work. I employ a couple of employees here and there. I help out the homeless and I help out the community. I mean, I'm not asking to be given any special privileges whatsoever. I just want to work and live a normal life. I don't care if we get big as Greg O'Leary or some of the other competitors. I just want to be left alone and let me run my business the way it should be, you know, and within a fair, you know, be fair about it. I mean, and not be condemned because I'm doing something that's perfectly legal, yet they say it's not. I mean, it just don't make sense.